Good afternoon. Well, evening. I think it's about 7 now. It's been a very hot day. In fact, we are still above 90. I'm going to close the gate because the chickens are out. I've had to water unexpectedly today. When you have really high temperatures, it's easy to see if you have made a mistake in setting up your watering system, which I don't really have a watering system, I do it by hand, but this bed was looking completely wilted by midday. So I had to water some of the plants in there. But what I wanted to talk about today is the big mystery plant in the vegetable garden. I finally figured out what it was, and I had never seen it around here, and it is giant ragweed. And giant ragweed is a member of the sunflower family. You can see how tall it got. I think it's probably at about 10 feet now. I guess it can go up to 20 feet. Getting a lot of figs. I'm going to go in the vegetable garden. The Latin name for a giant ragweed is Ambrosia trifida. And most people don't like it because it gives a lot of allergies. In fact, it's responsible for most allergies in late summer. I guess when it's happy, it can go up to 20 feet. So of course I was left with, well, what do I do now? Do I leave it there? It's actually a really good plant to have in your garden for the soil, for the health. It actually will do a lot of good to your compost too. It's not ready to flower yet. I am actually guessing that my son probably has an allergy to it because he does have allergies in late summer. But of course, like all plants, it's not all bad ever. And as an herbalist, when you see a name like Ambrosia, well, there's got to be something really good about that plant. So I knew that you could use the common Ambrosia, the common ragweed, for medicine, but I didn't know, I had never seen that plant, never studied it. So I did, and just like its counterpart, the common ragweed, you can make a tincture out of flowering tubs just before they flower. And the great thing about it is that it helps a lot with symptoms of allergies, hay fever. So people in Europe and North America actually use that plant a lot for food and medicine before. And I'm going to guess that they did not have much problem with allergies because of it. It's apparently very effective, so I'm definitely going to do this. I'm going to cut down some of it because it's enormous, and I don't mind really that it's enormous, except that I did plant a San Marzano tomato plant right there, which is really struggling a little for light. So I'm just going to cut some of the stalks, keep the others, and when I see that it's about to flower, I will make a tincture out of the leaves, and that way I can try on my son and see if it works well for him. It's also good for fevers, diarrhea. In fact, that plant is good for a lot of things, and you know, ambrosia means immortal. So I'm guessing that ancient people knew very well how to use it, and it must have helped them a lot. The artichoke flowers are opening. The one over there is almost completely fully open. And the tomatoes are starting to change color. I've got a lot of chamomile this year. The tomatoes are doing okay, but last year was a great tomato year, and this year is not as good. We are still getting tomatoes, but last year was really an incredible tomato year for us. However, what we are getting a lot of are peppers. The plant seems to be doing very well, even in the heat, of course. They are heat lovers, just like eggplants. And that is horseradish. I weeded the potatoes yesterday, and I've picked a bit, and I did find a few potatoes, so I'm going to dig them up soon. What I did find too was, and I didn't know it, I had never seen that on potatoes before, but they made this tomato-like fruit, which I didn't know they could. Don't eat it, it's poisonous, just like the rest of the plant except for the tubers. The fennel is doing very nicely. That's the celery. I'm waiting for it to go to seed before I remove the old stalks. I don't know about the tomatoes, but at least it's a figure for sure. Lots and lots of figs. Lots of Shasta daisies opening. Hi, ladies. Hi. There are a few plums that fell on the ground that they are cleaning up for us. Almost. We are getting a lot of Roma tomatoes. And a few mandarins from the tree planted this year. We are getting a lot of eggplants. I think that's my most successful year for eggplants so far. And this giant plant is a pumpkin, which goes all the way back here. It is an old French variety and it's called Muscat de Provence. It's going to be opening a lot of flowers very soon. I hope I get several pumpkins out of it. The hydrangea is, well, I guess it got a little hot. The bees love this one. But I'm going to have to give it a bit of water. We are making progress on demolishing this old brick oven to make room for the pond. But it's really slow going. The mortar is very tough on this one. And we think that there might be asbestos in it too. So it will be nice to have that all cleaned up. That one is always trying to get through the fence. Hi, Nicholas. Hey, big boy. Hi. They know I'm going towards where the sunflower seeds are. They love those. All the sweet peas got burned by the extreme heat. Thankfully they had gone to seed, well, some of them had gone to seed before the heat wave, so I'll be able to get some seeds out of them. I've been cleaning up the nicotiana that was there too and shaking the seeds everywhere in the garden. I'm hoping it will reseed itself everywhere.